Welcome to the Grastards. I'm Ariel.
I'm Andre.
And today we're going to talk about the Barbie movie.
The Barbie movie.
I did not see this movie, so this is going to be the Dre show today, and I'm just going to be here.
The things I do for you guys.
Ad-libbing. I'm ad-libbing today.
Mama! There you go. The things I do for the fans.
Yeah, Dre needed to do this for you guys.
Yeah. I didn't go solo. Yeah.
He was by himself.
Yeah, right in the first row with the trench coat. Nah, nigga. I was with a child and my significant other lady, friend, person.
So... So I do want to say, because we did watch Oppenheimer, the same, that came out the same
We're going to do a review on that.
Oh, no, this is relevant.
Okay.
This is relevant to Barbie. People showed up, man.
Mm-hmm.
People showed out. They were in, dresses. They
were everything.
It was cool to see.
It felt like a lightweight Halloween where girls use this to dress like provocative, like ladies.
I saw a lot of pink
of all ages, and I was like, this is kind of mildly inappropriate. But
what was that I said to you? I was like, we were walking out of the movies, and I said, Dre, this is their end game.
This is their end game, and I'd like to start off with that since I've seen the movie and everything.
You've seen the movie, all right.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go to the pros.
Go to your pros.
Go to the pros. It's gonna be a quick one because it's only me, not Ariel's real opinion or anything. So not like it ever matters anyway. But the point is, pros and everything. This was, as you said, the female endgame.
Yeah.
Women showed up for this movie of all ages.
It was a beautiful thing, man.
I was like, holy shit.
In there
it was packed.
On a Thursday night? Yeah.
It was packed. And this is the following week. I just seen it. So I was like, yo, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, you didn't see it. We saw Oppenheimer.
Yeah. This movie brought in the first weekend, it was 165 million. Crazy. You girls did this. Yeah. So I know that girls will watch movies, but like I said, we're the ones they want to watch. Girls don't really go to the movies unless you do something for them. And that's what this movie was. I'll start off. One of my pros is women will love this movie. All ages. From like 6 and up and everything. There's a lot of in the windows. I love that. But that they won't get, but they're gonna enjoy the bright colors. That was badass. They made it pink. You made it bright. Made it totally girly. Do your thing. And I have no problem with girl stuff like this. I love girl leads. It's nothing about that took away from the movie or detracted. But I had to see this because it was getting too much hype.
So there was, in this movie, I don't know much about it, but there was a lot of actors just from the trailers. There was a lot all the women were Barbie.
That's what I was going to get into, man. You're trying, all right, Jesus.
I want to be part of this, man.
All right, okay. Oh, go ahead. I mean, well, the thing is, the overall premise is Barbie's a real person, a real creature thing in a place called Barbie Land. It's kind of like your imagination, but it's out in the Pacific Ocean and everything. But every girl who plays with a Barbie, that Barbie lives in real life in that land. So if you're sitting around playing with your Barbie, you fuck her up, break her leg, or make her do the splits, there's a Barbie over there doing the splits and breaking her leg and stuff like that.
So they're doing the actions that are being done to them by the kids or whatever?
Certain actions. That's why you got to be loosely based on your imagination.
Gotcha.
So there's one Barbie that's called Weird Barbie that some girl cut her hair and then gave her makeup and a black eye kind of circle.
And the actress.
The actress had all that, and kept doing the splits. So I was like, okay. And so I do think this movie, girls are going to love it. And the second pro is the cast was crazy. There was a lot of people. John Cena guest starred in there. Ryan Gosling was the number one Ken. And one thing is, I kind of skipped over. All Kens are still named, all the guys are named Ken. All the girls there are named Barbie, as Ariel said. So that Barbie basically starts thinking with her owner thinks like
Margot Robbie
Barbie. Yeah, she starts thinking about what her owner thinks is like. Do you guys ever think about death and growing old and stuff? So she starts acting what they say weird. She's no longer acting like a tween or a kid would act. So she's tasked by the weird Barbie that's doing the splits all the time to go to the real world and find out what's going on with her owner, her child, and everything. She goes to the real world. She goes to Mattel, the makers of Barbie. That's where Will Ferrell's there. He's in this.
He's like an executive.
He's the president. He's the CEO. He's always great and everything. Will Ferrell gives you a laugh every time.
He'll give you a good one.
So they're trying to get her back in the box because there's actually a box, and they're going to ship her back to Barbie world so she can forget all about this. Because once you get put in the box, you go back to factory settings. So they want her to forget about all that. Doesn't happen. Then she has to kind of like come back and like get the Barbies to remember their awesomeness and stop the Kens, because Ken comes back with different lessons. He comes back to like, men can get respect and the patriarchy and all this stuff.
So Barbie and Ken go to the real world. Barbie comes back thinking, no, we got to do this a certain way. Ken is like, wait, why are we doing this way? We got to do it this way to be like the real people.
Yep.
Got it.
And then and then they don't like that because in Barbie land, it's a matriarchy. All the girls run everything. President, cabinet, and like Senate, all this stuff. They're construction workers. They're everything. And the Kens are just on the beach.
They're just...
with their shirts open.
Just there.
So girls are going to, Ryan Gosling got shredded and he got it airbrushed. So, but they're going to love it and everything. It's basically a musical too. It's like a lot of dance numbers. Yeah, you're going to be like this. So, so that's basically the premise and everything of that. But still in my pros, I think that they had, like, I talked about Will Ferrell.
So is it a comedy?
It's a comedy, and this is a pro. It had like 4 good jokes though. Okay. Everything else is kind of like, but 4 solid jokes where I was laughing.
But they attempted a bunch more jokes that just didn't hit.
And I'm talking about this from my perspective. Remember, this is only my view. You might love it, those ladies out there and everything, but the fellas, you're gonna agree with me because I'm always right. All right, we're going into the cons. This is where I'm going to go off. I'm going into the cons. It's not going to be that long of a video because I'm going to tell you this movie blew.
This sucks.
Yeah, me.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
They totally make men look like jackasses all the time. We are shallow, egotistical. Yeah.
That was like they were set out.
Simple-minded, jocks and all this stuff. What is your job, Ken? We beach. That was a big joke. They said it like 17 times.
All the Kens?
That's all the Kens.
One Ken that was like, hey,
no,
that's good dude.
There's one Ken that doesn't do anything. It was a discontinued one named Alan. It was the Michael Cera guy from Superbad. It was Alan. And he just was like the one guy who came out in the 60s with discontinued.
So he was like an actual like doll.
Yeah, it actually was one, and they just discontinued. Man, they make us look like total dumbasses. And the girls are going to love it. They're going to... Yes, my boyfriend, my ex, he was like that. He was a dumbass, and he didn't know anything, and I am the leader, and I deserve to make all the decisions. It's that. That is what you're going to get. Ken starts off the movie, and they even narrate it to you. Ken's only existence is to make Barbie look at him. That's all she wants. He wants. It's just like, look at him. Look at it! And he's just pining after her. Like the whole movie. And she treats him like dog shit. It's like almost like, why are you even friends with this guy? She's like, get away from me. And he's like, well, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. He's like, so? Like, it's literally that.
She was over Ken? Like the whole
She never was into Ken. She was never in. They were never together. He's like, it's Barbie and Ken. Like, so it's like a sidekick kind of thing. And she treats him like a sidekick and everything. When Ken goes to the real world, he comes back. He tries to show the men that we can deserve respect. Out there, it's a patriarchy, which was stupid anyway and everything. I don't like that. This patriarchy, like... The only reason why the world works is because men keep women down and women can't do anything. It's bullshit. She goes there and she's there for maybe 2 minutes. They go by a construction site and guys are catcalling her.
How do you do it, girl? That ass though.
Like she's with Ken, so she's like.
Is this movie based in
like 1907? No, yeah, they tried to, but the guys.
So this is the movie like when they're in the real world.
Yes.
It's current time.
Yes, okay. But the thing is, these guys act like it's 1962 or something like this. Hey, baby, do you got some fries to go with that shake? I was like, they literally say that shit.
I wonder if that still happens. Ladies, if you're on here, let us know. Did you guys? Does catcalling still exist?
I'm sure it does.
I haven't seen it.
But I've never seen
it since a while.
Not just, but that's what I'm saying with construction workers. No, I think it's like everybody. You can get catcalled anywhere.
No, but I'm talking about like random person walking down the street.
Well, that's not. Hold on, man. You're fucking it up. That's not even the worst. She's with Ken. And they show her walking on Venice Beach, or rollerblading, I should say. And some guys, they're like, ooh, it's Bart, like, ooh. And they literally walk up and slap her ass. Some white guys, yeah. Like, I'm like, who the fuck does that? And everything with her boyfriend there, nonetheless. Like, who's Ryan Gosling? And you're just a skin. I was like, this is all right. You're trying to shit on guys. Girls are gonna love it. Cool. It's fucking sucked and everything. I was like,
I mean, there's better ways to get the message across.
There are way better ways to get the message across.
I mean, it's obviously a message that
the girls are gonna like, because every boy act like they were in middle school. That's basically what it was. It was like there's no
to
adults
act like
in
that
this.
doesn't exist.
Even Will Ferrell
it does exist, but not to that extent.
And that's why you just got to be like, it's a movie. It's not a movie for me. It's not a movie for guys. Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm here to rate the movie and give my opinion. It sucked and everything. America, my last con and everything. Well, there's two more. Last con, and the end of the movie, like right where, because all the Kens came back and they're badass now, right? They're running stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
And the girls are just like following along. They're like, so the girls are hypnotized, and to break them out of there, the America Ferrera, who's a human, comes to the Barbie world, and she gives them this rousing speech about how women are just awesome. You're incredibly awesome. I took a couple of lines of this because I thought it was like a little kind of far-fetched, because I was like, you're gonna like pump women's heads up to break out of the spell. Not that that's a problem, but it sounded like you should have been talking about black people, because the way she was saying this speech, it feels like black people in this country, and she's like, no, women in this country. I took some fucking things from it. You're literally so incredible and everything. You could say that to a black person. You're so incredible. You have to have money. But you can't ask for money. A black person, you can't ask for money. People are gonna think something like you're crazy or some shit like this. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean, because everybody's scared if a black person raises their voice and everything. But it's all women. If any of us raise our voice, guys are fucking offended and all this stuff. You're like, it's like you're so smart. You kill it at everything, but that's never enough. And everything. How many times I'll quote a show like Scandal, where it was a woman-led show. Loved the show, so it's not me hating on women or anything. But they were like, Olivia Pope's dad said something. To be black in this country, you have to be fucking twice as good as any white person or any other person. So that's why I was like, your speech is kind of like you're putting women on that same pedestal. You got to be twice as good as a man. No, you don't.
Could have had a double meaning though. I mean, they could have done that on purpose.
Yeah, it could have done. But this movie's not that deep. Don't think you're like out here thinking like this.
I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, it's like if you watch it at home, because you should not pay for this unless you're a girl, because you will love it.
Hold off for streaming.
Yes, this is definitely a hold off for the guys and everything. Yeah. So, ladies, you're gonna love it again. Guys, not so much. And everything. I think that this movie's last con is that it didn't have the Barbie song.
The Barbie song?
The one thing that they have is the theme song. Like, come on, Barbie, let's go party. It's not in there. That's too fucking like progressive. Like, you're shitting on women and stuff like this is what they put out there.
To some people, that song's iconic.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's gonna be when the credits roll or something.
They could have thrown it in there.
Yeah.
Someone, they walk into a store and on the radio, and then someone turns it down or something like that.
Not a fan. So I'm going to my RN.
RN review.
You see, this is RN, real niggas. You can be a girl or guy, but you got to be a real nigga. And to be honest with this, I was falling asleep in this movie. It wasn't funny. It wasn't for me. I get that. So on me, RN score is a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
This was not it. Damn. This movie blows.
All right.
It's pretty bad. And I saw that power surge. Somebody got mad at the nigga.
Somebody, yeah. You gotta get out of here.
All right, guys.
These Barbie gods are pissed at us.
Exactly. Hey, man, 3. I'm sorry. Do not watch this, guys. Let your girls watch it. Let your daughters watch it, or your son if they're like, and they want to watch it.
I'm probably gonna cut that out. That's probably gonna come out. Bye.
Bye.